create a colour in Adobe InDesign, move over to your swatch palette on the right hand side and go to the top of the panel where there is a small button. Select New Colour Swatch. Use the sliders to create your colour, or alternatively you can type in the values that you need. For the purposes of this tutorial, make sure that Add to CC Library is unchecked and click OK. We've now added a colour to our colour swatch. For this tutorial we're going to create two boxes, one with an outline and one with a colour with the image underneath shining through. Move over to the tool palette on the left hand side and select the rectangle tool and draw your box. The blue colour that we have created has been used to fill the box. To change that to an outline, you can do it in two ways. On the left hand side in your tool palette, or on the right hand side in your swatch palette. Next to the colour indicator, there is a small tiny arrow which will swap the colour between the stroke and the fill. We've now created a box with an outline. To change the thickness of our outline, we can do that at the top of the window or move over to our stroke palette on the right hand side and change the weight using the arrows. We now have an outline box on our front cover. To create a box with a slight transparent effect so we can see the image underneath it, we're going to create that on another spread. Draw the box that you need. To change the transparency of the box, move over to your effects palette and you'll see the opacity is set to 100%. Click the arrow button next to it and use the slider to adjust the opacity. You can now see the image slightly showing underneath the box. We're going to add some text on top of our box. So select the type tool and draw your type box. We're going to add some placeholder text. Select it all and move over to your swatch palette to change the colour to paper or white. We're now going to format the text. And change it to use 2 columns. We can adjust the size of the box if we need to, and we're also going to give it a title. And we're going to format that title. Then move over to your swatch palette on the right hand side and select paper. We now have a box with the image shining underneath it and text on top.